So far, we have set up a Kubernetes cluster on GCP and set up Helm and Nginx ingress on our GCP. Now, it is time for us to deploy that app on GKE. For that, we will push that code, that is the YAML files which we used while testing the app on Minikube, onto the GitHub so that it could be cloned from GCP console. We also need to make sure that the images we want to use are somewhere online like Docker Hub and all. So here, the image which we want to work with is the static website image. So that is already online on Docker Hub. Now in GitHub, we can create a new repository by clicking on this plus button and name it like K8s deployment static app. Something which you would understand and you would like to. And let it be public, and you can also initialize it with the README file and create the repository and move this folder into GitHub. You can push the code onto GitHub either using console in the local machine, or you can just upload this files directly. But for you to upload these files directly, you need to initialize it with README file. Okay, so this seems to be done. So just create commit changes and you can write the commit message to here. And I'm just canceling it because I have already done it. So this is the repository which I'm going to use in Google Cloud now. So this is this contains the configuration files which we have discussed now. So on this, I can see this folder inside which I have all the YAML files, and this is README. All right. So I will just clone it using this link in GCP. This seems to have lost connection. So when this happens, you can just click on reconnect. Might take a bit of time. Okay, so again, we will just set these things like gcloud, so as to make sure that we are connected with the Kubectl. Okay, this one. Authorize. Now, we will also check the Kubectl version. So now, let us clone that repository, git clone and copy paste this link. And ls, so this is there, right? So it is done. So move to that repository. Again ls, K8s is there. Now cd K8s, ls. So we can see all the YAML files. All right. So now we will apply these files so that we can create those resources on the GCP right now. So if you remember, the command to do this is kubectl apply -f namespace. So first we are creating namespace because that is the thing which is most needed, because every other resource is based on this namespace as per our programming. Okay, so let us also get all the namespaces. Kubectl get ns. So this is created, right? Now kubectl apply -f. We can either create each resource separately by following this convention, the file name, or we can just directly do dot, because all the YAML files which we want to apply those configurations of are in this same repository, same directory. So this directly applies all those resources in one go. Okay. let us get all those resources, kubectl get all minus n sample. So if you remember, the namespace of these resources is sample. Okay. So everything seems to be ready now. Okay. So now let us go to services and ingress. So we can see that days app ingress is getting created right now. Okay, so we need to make another change here, but before discussing that, let us also see that this service is also created. So we are seeing two of each, right? So why this is happening is, I have just created these ingress and service just before starting this session, so as to make sure everything is perfectly running. So don't worry about this. You will have to see only one service and ingress when we are doing it for the very first time. Okay. So we also need to change this minicubeexample.com. Why? Because when we have done it in the minikube on our local, we have just configured this particular domain IP onto the with the IP of the minikube which we are using then. So that is the reason we have mapped this domain name to the IP address of minikube in the etc directory host file, so that whenever we enter this particular domain in the browser, it will know that it has to redirect those requests to the IP of minikube, and everything works fine. But here it is not the same thing, because when we do this here, we are trying to get this as a public domain. Public domain in the sense, we are trying to get this IP from all the uh, dom from all the domain names available all over the world. So for that, we need to register for this domain name, for which we need to pay and all, but we are not doing all those things. So we will just remove this host and let it be as it is. Okay. So we can do that using nano ingress. So first we need to remove this host. If you remove this host, that means we want to allow everything. Okay. Whatever the IP address is, that's fine. So make sure the indentation is correct. So after the hyphen, one space is there, similar to here. Okay, so indentation matters a lot. And then we will also remove this. So actually these things like the annotations and all can be used in the more complex projects, but for this simple project we can remove this. Actually we can remove this even in the minikube, but still for you to understand that there exists some annotations attribute for ingress, we have done that there. So we are just removing it to keep it more clean. Okay, so you can try it even in the minikube app by removing this, so that you can have a more clear picture how things are working. So yeah, and then Control X, Y, hit enter. Okay, so now let us cross check if we have saved all those changes. We will do cat ingress. So we can see that the host is no more there and there are no annotations, right? So now let us again apply these configurations, because we have made some changes to the file. Ingress. So it says configure. Now we shall refresh this. It says okay. So click on this and all right. So yes, we have successfully deployed the static web app onto the GCP. Now, congrats.